let's turn now to our Washington, D.C. correspondent, Jessica Smith, who joins us on this election day, just to just kind of talk through some of the outcomes that we're kind of expecting or bracing for, and sort of where you expect things to fall and maybe when as we get through the evening today.
It could be quite some time before we actually know the outcome of the vote and who actually wins the White House. But as we have been saying, that doesn't mean that those results aren't valid. It's just going to take some time potentially to count all those mail-in ballots and make sure all the results are finalized. But the candidates have just a few hours to convince voters that they are the best person to lead the nation. President Trump will spend part of his day in Virginia, and then he'll return to the White House, while former Vice President Joe Biden is spending his day in Pennsylvania, and then he will watch the results and eventually, he says, address the nation from Wilmington. But the makeup of Congress is something else that we're watching, because that will determine, at least in part, how effective a president can be. And right now, President Trump is dealing with a divided Congress, but there's no guarantee that will happen for the next president. Right now, Democrats hold 232 seats in the House. Republicans hold 197. There's one Libertarian and 5 vacancies. It is widely expected that Democrats are going to hold on to their majority, if not expand it. But the Senate is another story. Right now, there are 53 Republican senators, 45 Democratic, and 2 independents, but they do caucus with Democrats. And this year, there are 35 Senate seats up for grabs. Republicans currently hold 23, while Democrats hold 12. Democrats need to pick up 3 or 4 seats to get a majority. That's 3 if a Democrat wins the White House, and 4 if President Trump wins again, because, of course, the vice president breaks ties in the Senate. Experts say there are about 14 Senate seats that could go either way. So let's look at 4 of the most vulnerable senators. First, there are 2 Republican incumbents up for re-election in states that Secretary of State Hillary Clinton won back in 2016. We have Senator Cory Gardner of Colorado and Senator Susan Collins of Maine. There are also 2 Democratic incumbents up for re-election in states that President Trump won last time around. That's Senator Doug Jones of Alabama and Senator Gary Peters of Michigan. There are also some very tight races in Arizona, in Iowa, and in North Carolina. And of course, presidential candidates need Congress to make good on their campaign promises. So we'll be watching those races in addition to the race for the White House.